So for the next part, you'll need to find the presentation for AP1. So we are in the study directory and you go to the first year units and you find Unit 3 and Learning Aim A. And here's the presentation, AP1. So this is for Learning Aim A and it's your first past task. So the presentation looks a little bit like this. So we're going to go through a few slides with you, but you can do this on your own in slower time. So it'll be worth in your own time watching the video, which will just give you a little introduction into digital marketing. And first piece of key terminology that you need to understand. And this kind of terminology I'd expect to see you using quite often in your coursework. So your first piece of key terminology is business aims. So what is a business's aims? Well, this is what they want to achieve, the goal they want to fulfill through their business. It might be to create a profit. It might be to expand their business. It might be to lead the market. It might be many things that they want to achieve. And what we're looking at is how they can use social media to help them achieve their business aim. So that's a key term that you can add to your key term Quizlet and certainly use in your coursework. The second key term is target audience. So your target audience are the people that you're aiming your products or services at. And they may be classified as people who are most likely to buy that product or service from you. So it might be related to their age or where they live. It might be their gender or other factors about them. It could be what they do for a living, how much money they earn, what they do for fun. So again, target audience is an interesting term that you're going to use, hopefully, in your coursework. So again, you can add that to your Quizlet. So for our first piece of coursework, we're going to explain how businesses use social media. And we're going to look at the 5 categories that the exam board want us to write about, and here they are. So to start off with, promoting products and services is the first topic you're going to write a section on in your coursework. So first of all, what's the difference between a product and a service? Well, a product is a tangible item. So I don't know, a can of Coke or a piece of software or a car or a house, something you can buy and use or consume. A service, however, is a transaction where no physical things are transferred. So it might be somebody who's going to fix your computer for you. Someone's going to come to your house and do the electrics and make sure your lights are working. So someone who provides a service. So in your first topic, you can talk about either a company who's promoting its products or its services. So how do we use social media to promote products? Well, there's all sorts of different ways that they do it. So businesses can offer incentives. Sometimes competitions or giveaways are helpful, maybe a reward scheme. Direct and indirect advertising is often used. We'll go into that in more detail next lesson. Paid promotions, celebrity endorsements, other influencers like YouTubers or people like that. The most successful type of social media ads often use really good visual content as well. So there's lots of different ways which businesses can promote their products and services using social media. So we're going to write our first topic about that. So let's have a look in our assignment brief as to what exactly it is that we should be writing. So at the bottom here, it tells us that topic 1 is promoting products and services. And what we want you to do is find an ad or a post or whatever you want to call it, which uses one of these things. So just one ad. So either rewards or giveaways, paid promotions, influencers, or visually interesting content. So one of those type of ads would be good. Now, the best way to find an ad for your use in the coursework is quite simply by doing an image search. So I'm just going to do a simple search for, I'll just do a giveaway. And I'm going to think about Instagram, maybe. And let's do an image search to see what we can find. So straight away, we can find there's lots of social media ads on here. So let's have a look at this one. So here's one with some products which they're going to give away. That's fine. So the key to getting the right sort of screenshot is to make sure that it actually is a social media ad. Certainly something like this would not be right, but something like this, where it's clearly from social media, is the perfect screenshot for you. So you have a look around and find a really good example of either, like I said, either a giveaway, paid promotion, celebrity endorsement. So one of those, and find a screenshot that you want to use in your coursework. And the aim is that you're going to explain how that has been used. To make your life easier, I've given you a 3-paragraph framework or structure to help you write. And if you read the assignment brief, it shows you exactly what those 3 paragraphs are about. I've also given you an example in the assignment brief, which is here. So you can see that this short topic, so probably around about 200 words for this whole topic, has been broken down into the 3-paragraph framework. So in the first one, I've explained a little bit about what the topic is. In my second paragraph, I've described the ad that I'm going to be using. So I've described who it was. This was a celebrity, and I've explained what she's using it for. And I've any sort of key terms or terms which are interesting as far as social media and business is concerned, I've put into bold. And then in my third paragraph, I've explained why the business has used this ad. And I've tried to draw a very simple conclusion. So those are the 3 paragraphs you're going to be looking at. So an explanation of what the topic is, a description of the social media screenshot that you've put in, explaining how the business has used it. And the third one is the conclusion. Why has this ad been used? Draw some sort of conclusion. And as a result of those 3 paragraphs, you should be writing around about 200 words. So here's one I started a little bit earlier. So I've got my screenshot and I've got the start of my 3 paragraphs. So that's the first topic. So I'd like you to have a go at writing that. And then for this first deadline, which you'll see in Google Classroom what date it is, you also want to do the next topic, which is creating a brand and image, and the third topic, which is communicating with customers. So when it comes to creating a brand, you all have a favorite brand. Everyone's got a clothing brand they love. Everyone's got a fast food brand that they like, maybe watches, makeup, whatever you think of. So think about a brand that you really love and that you follow. And think about all the aspects that make that brand so popular. So it's things like their color scheme, their logo, the words that they use, maybe hashtags. And these companies are going to go to great lengths to make sure that you want to follow their brand, and so many other people in the world do. So this next topic is all about showing how businesses can start to create or develop their brands using social media. So you might think about a company which is a sporty brand, Adidas, Nike, or whatever. And you might find a social media ad which really shows that they're a sporty type company. We've got people running around, looking happy, doing their martial arts or whatever. Or you might find a luxury brand like a car manufacturer, Lamborghini, Ferrari, and again, finding a social media ad that really portrays that luxury element. Or you might find a brand which you really like, which is a little bit quirky, which has some kind of funny memes that they use to advertise themselves. As long as you find an ad which really shows how that company is promoting their brand, that's what we're looking for. You might want to put in a couple of screenshots to show that, not only do their social media look like that, they might have a website which also has the same logo, same color schemes, etc., etc. So you might want to have a couple of screenshots possibly to show that they are doing a consistent image and brand. So in your assignment brief, you then write your 3 paragraphs using that same 3-paragraph rule, putting your screenshot in about the brand that you've decided, and talk about how brand is developed using social media. And then your third topic, you're going to find an ad, and I suggest you look on Twitter for this, which updates passengers with transport times, any unexpected traffic problems. So we're looking for communication with customers. And we know that social media is really good at communicating with customers. So especially for things which are unexpected, like if flight's been delayed, maybe there's a problem on the train line, or maybe a road is blocked. These sort of things on Twitter especially are really useful to get hold of masses of people very quickly. So you're looking for an ad which will demonstrate the ability for companies to communicate effectively with their customers. And then that's your topic 3. And again, you're going to write that in your coursework document, and you're going to follow the 3 paragraphs to write that topic as well. And you'll find your screenshots, which you're going to be talking about. So find a good one, and I suggest you do an image search and look for something that's happened on Twitter. So you're going to write that in your coursework document underneath the correct headings. So like I've done here, underneath my promoting products, I've started to write my section, and then I'll go ahead and any references I use, I'm going to pop into my bibliography. If you can't remember how to do that, go back to the Harvard referencing video, and then you're going to write creating brand and image and communicating with customers as well. So your deadlines have been published. They'll be on Google Classroom. That's what we're doing. I suggest that you have a go quite quickly at writing your first paragraph, and then get hold of your teacher and see if they'll have a look at the first topic that you've written to make sure that you're on the right track. But you've already got lots of help, like a framework and that example, to just check that you are on the right sort of wavelength. Okay, I hope that helps. Good luck.